Everybody want to be bodybuilder, but nobody wants these heavy ass weights.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 89, for real this time, of Buckets of Duckets. I am your host, Chase Myers. Every week, I talk to my best friend, hilarious comedian. He's in Louisiana. I'm in Seattle. Zoom only gives us 40 minutes to be friends. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, Josh Watts. Wow. You fucking asshole.
Good evening, shitheads. It's your boy, the Bronchitis Kid. This is episode 89. That's 45. That's 45 more than 44. And if you want to check that math on me, if you don't know, 45 is the reverse of 54, which is the greatest power forward in all of basketball history, Horace Grant's number. So
also, I think his number was 54. Did you say 45, or was it?
Yeah, I said 45 is the, you have to flip it.
I got
54, which is what
I forgot to flip it. I always, in school, whoever, I would always forget to flip it step.
I could have just said 45 was Jordan's number when he came back, or like anybody whose number was 45, but any way I can fit Horace Grant into a podcast in 2022, I'm doing it.
Believe me, I know. I think it's a good 38, 39 episodes Horace Grant has been mentioned in this podcast. Like, this may be America's, like, the world's number one Horace Grant podcast. Like, it really... Who else is talking about?
Horace Grant and Tony Kukoc are... Hold on. We're about to figure something out. Oh, guess what? This is episode 89. If you take Tony Kukoc's number and divide...
Oh, Lord.
No, what were you saying? You go ahead.
I was wondering if Horace Grant had a podcast.
I bet he does.
I bet we talk about him more than he does on his own podcast.
Grant and wishes
YouTube
of
people.
Horace Grant.
YouTube people, subscribe, comment, like, share, smash. Get
Tell
out there,
your friends.
smash.
Fuck. Fight. Rabble.
Podcast people, appreciate the 5 stars. Keep them coming. All
Real cool, guys. Real cool of you to do that.
That's just real, man. It's just
we were
top
just talking
shelf
about
stuff.
that. We were like, that's real cool. That's just grade A friendship stuff. Chase, I got to tell you something.
Let's hear it.
Saturday night, Michelle, a.k.a. my wife, and I went to the House of Blues in New Orleans, and we saw the goddamn Here Come the Goddamn Mummies.
The goddamn Here Come the Goddamn Mummies.
You were right
They
to
was
call
in town?
me. You could have let that slide, but you were right to call me on that. You were right.
They was in town?
We went and saw Here Come the Mummies at the House of Blues.
Yeah. I like the goddamn Here Come the Goddamn Mummies. That's like if the group split up 2 or 3 times, and this is they only got like one of the original members, and it's a bunch of other, but they can't use Here Come the Mummies anymore, so they just keep substituting in goddamn.
Here come the goddamn mummies, goddamn it.
Fuck you, Jack. I'll fucking be a mummy if I want to be a mummy. Ryan, you don't own mummies, bro.
Mummies were here before. Asshole.
So, tell people what they are before you get into the concept, because I don't know if
totally
they truly...
I forget about that. So Here Come the Mummies are a funk band that are from Nashville, but they are mummies. They dress like mummies.
Okay, man, I was really surprised that wasn't the first thing that you said. It took you a little while to get there, but yeah,
they're mummies.
They're mummies.
Mummy
They're wrapped up.
suits.
They're mummies.
And
you know
they play
mummies?
funk music. They're mummies.
They play bass.
They have their faces wrapped up, and they wear like it's suits that look like mummy wraps. Like it looks like a sweatsuit that's like it's so awesome. And
It's
they have
really
fucking
great.
zombie mummy face paint on underneath the wraps. And we went to see him at the House of Blues. It's a small venue. Like, the stage is kind of small, and I was like, well, there's like 45 of them, so I don't know how this is going to work. And the opening act, Chase.
Yeah, who opens for a bunch of mummies?
Oh, buddy, I've been waiting to tell you this. When I got there was a table in the front row, and it said Saxsquatch. S-A-X,
Yeah, baby.
Squatch. And Chase, we got there early, and for real, went to the front row against the railing and like held our arms out. And like the show wasn't sold out, and nobody even all the Here Come the Mummy fans are like older people that like follow them. Like, we were standing next to a guy who had gone and see them in Pittsburgh the night before and came to New Orleans to see them. They had seen them 8 times this year. So Saxsquatch. We're there an hour. I'm looking at this table, right? And then they're getting ready for the opener. I'm like, dude, here it comes. And Chase, I'll be goddamned if a guy didn't come outside on the stage in a fucking Sasquatch suit with a saxophone.
I mean, it was right there.
When he came out, I was like, I don't know what the fuck why did I expect?
What? I mean, yeah, that's Saxsquatch.
He said what he was. It was right there. He was right there in my fucking face. And Chase, he came out.
I mean, yeah, a Sasquatch is a Saxsquatch is exactly who should be opening for mummies. That's just perfect booking. Oh, and he's 13 feet tall.
Yeah.
Wow.
He came out. He presses play on his laptop, and it starts playing like a house beat. And then he pulls out his saxophone, and I was like, well, I don't know what this is. And then all of a sudden, he started playing like a house version of Careless Whisper.
Okay.
Dude, I was so on board. I had also eaten a lot of mushrooms right before we went.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Right. So he comes out, and dude, he played Careless Whisper. He played Toto's Africa. And he's a big YouTube star. He's a big YouTube guy. That's where his stuff is. And it's just him in a suit in the woods. And he plays saxophone in the woods. And, bro, he said, thank you for believing in me. And it was so
amazing.
It made me laugh. Yeah,
Everybody cried.
It was great. He came out into
So
the
wait,
crowd.
so how many people were there?
Oh, it was packed. But it wasn't
packed, okay.
It wasn't sold out.
Yeah.
And like the dance floor was packed, in the House of Blues there's like steps down to like a pit area right in front of the stage.
Yeah.
That was packed. But once you went up the stairs and went around, like you could easily get to the bathroom and
the
stuff.
stairs
It wasn't
are
like
cool.
crazy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a packed, but you had room to move, So Saxsquatch, and he comes out to the crowd. He's like, I'm going to come out and say hey to y'all, but don't touch me. And like, because he's in this big fucking suit. And he comes out and he walks through the crowd playing saxophone, and it's dope as shit. But I'll be honest with you, Chase. A dude in a Sasquatch suit playing saxophone is good for 30 minutes tops.
Oh, okay. How long did he go?
45.
Too much.
Like 2 songs too much.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, okay, all right. It's not okay.
All right, Saxsquatch.
If
We
he had
all
done,
believe.
if he
We
had done
all believe, Saxsquatch.
If he had done 2 more songs, it'd have been funny again. But he went out down on the bottom, and when he went off, they started setting up the stage. And Chase, I mean, Duckheads might not. I've been waiting 10 years to see Here Come the Mummies.
We found out about this band from like a wise old man that lived on top of a bar in Mobile, Alabama, when we were performing out there. And he just started showing us YouTube videos of this, and we have been waiting to see, like, we have been fans of them and wanting to go see them perform ever since then.
So here's a crazy story. This is a side note from the night we had at the House of Blues. The next night, they were performing in Mobile, Alabama, in the Soul Food Music Hall, the music theater, which is the place below where that guy lived.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
We met this guy who played trombone. I'm convinced he was one of the trombone players for the Mummies at some point. He had to be. Like just an old guy who lived above this soul. It's called the Soul Food Theater. How are we already running out of time?
I don't know. Cause yeah, I'm at 10 minutes. It's only 20.
Me too. Oh great, we only get 20 minutes now.
Damn, Zoom! What in the fuck? All right, well, I mean, we'll just do this 20 and then just call me back, and then we'll roll with that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we might have to do something then. We're gonna have to change.
That's fucking crazy. So anyway,
yeah.
In Mobile, they were.
Way to fucking ruin it, Zoom. We're over here rolling. We're getting right into stories.
Build into it, and you fucked us again. God damn it, Zoom.
God damn, Zoom.
You fucking assholes.
See, you changed. You changed, Zoom. All right, you said you were one thing during the pandemic. You were out there to connect the world and bring everybody together, and fucking Skype can eat your ass or whatever you said. You said it. You said it, Zoom. You said you would never.
told us that.
You said you would never Skype us. You said that. You said that.
It right. You promised.
Look at us. Look at what you're doing.
I'm getting Skyped to my asshole right now.
Right now.
I was telling a good fucking story, and now my asshole's getting Skyped because of you, Zoom. I hope you're happy, you fat cats at Zoom, loading your pockets with them greenbacks. You sons of bitches. I'm out here trying to make art, and you're trying to pocket Benjamins. You make me sick.
It's disgusting.
You make me sick.
Disgusting.
So, the next night they were playing in Mobile.
Yeah.
Because the show, spoiler, best show I've ever been to in my entire life. It was so good, Michelle and I wanted to go, we wanted to drive to Mobile and see them again the next night. If they are anywhere in distance.
So Michelle loved it? So, by the way, I guess, so
Fucking
did she, had you showed it to her after we were introduced to it and stuff? Like, was she just as excited, or she just knew you liked it and was like, I'll give it?
She loves any live music. She's familiar with the Mummies. She likes some of their songs. She was excited
She's down with
to
the
go.
Mummies.
She was excited to go, but it exceeded our expectations. So the room goes dark, and they're on this little stage, and then all of a sudden, 13 mummies come out, and they come marching down from the top, all playing drums. There's 13 dudes playing drums, and they walk all the way through the House of Blues, and one by one get on stage and take off their drums and get another instrument. It just smoke fills up the room, and then, bruh, they have dances to every song. They do synchronized moves. I've never seen anything like it. It's the best show I've ever seen in my fucking life. My face hurt the next day I just smiled the whole show. It was the greatest thing ever. And at one point, you could tell they love it. Nobody was phoning in. They were fucking amped and having a good time and joking with each I don't know. Michelle saw Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is her favorite band of all time, and they sucked. They didn't talk in between. They just kind of stood there and played, and that was it.
Their dicks were all limp in the socks. They were
limp dicks. You're not even gonna have. Come on, they got pills that you could at least.
You're the fucking Chili Peppers.
You
rock hard in socks is what you do.
But bro, there's a point where these one mummy dude takes a saxophone and then another, so he's holding two. And he starts playing two saxophones at the same time. And then another dude comes out and does the same thing. And they start having a saxophone off. Mm-hmm. They start tossing them in between each other while still playing them. They throw them down. And the dude picks up a flute. And starts beatboxing into the microphone over the flute. And by beatboxing, it's also playing the flute.
Right.
Then the other guy with the two saxophones picks up a flute and does the same thing at the same time with a different... I've never seen any shit like that in my entire life. You could tell that in between shows, they don't do drugs. They just find different instruments and fuck around. Bro, they dance. Everybody was singing along to every song. They have all these synchronized moves, and they have people that come out in other costumes. It's really a.
Did they play any covers, or was it all their own stuff?
No, it was all their own songs. They brought out Big Sam. Do you know the trombone player from New Orleans?
No, but okay.
Big local trombone guy. If you've Mardi Gras, you've seen Big Sam, and he plays trombone. They brought him out, and dude, I've never seen anybody play a trombone like that while they were rocking out. They were blown away by him. You could see them fist bumping. It was the best show I've ever seen, dude. They were really energetic. They were interactive. They had a lot of fun with each other. The dance moves and all the little stuff just adds so much to it. I've waited over 10 years to see them, and I was not disappointed. I will go see them anytime they're anywhere around us. They unfucking believable. And they even played some of the songs I don't particularly love. Like, they played like 4 or 5 songs I wouldn't have wanted to hear. But it's such a good show that like it didn't matter. Yeah. Unbelievable, dude. It was like a 2.5 hour show. It was the greatest.
Nice.
I've just been talking about it nonstop to anybody who stands still. Hey, I saw the Mummies.
Yeah.
I saw the goddamn Here Come the Goddamn.
That's right, god damn it.
I danced my dick off, dude. It was fucking great.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I like that venue. I went and saw Teddy Swims there a couple months ago. I talked about it on the podcast. Yeah, it's a cool little like packed in spot.
Okay, when you told me about Teddy Swims, I had never seen that motherfucker anywhere. And
Me
after
either.
you said that,
Yeah.
he's in commercials. Like, I see him on like all kinds of different shit now.
I think I
looks
just
like,
I caught him
Asher
like
Bronson.
right on the way up. Yeah. My family somehow like they put me on. I can't like my dad and stepmom love him and shit. And I was like, well, there's no fucking way that he's cool and y'all fucking know about him before I do. And yeah, like I was really sleep on that.
How the fuck is Zoom giving us 3 minutes now?
Yeah, no, it's 20 minutes now. It's 20 minutes because that's how long I got on my recorder over here. I mean, we're just gonna. So I think the way we gotta do it, we just use that as like we'll take a break, and then you call me back. And
I'm
then
not
we'll
cutting this out. The audience
and then we'll
is
do
gonna
another
hear all
turn.
this
Yeah,
playing.
no, this is real, people. This is real. This is working on
This
your
is
feet.
real
all right?
fucking life.
You gotta be flexible. This is show business. All right, it's show business. Every now and then, gotta change some stuff up. Gotta be ready to go. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of story, but it's definitely like a second part. It's definitely
I got one more then. I got a new tattoo today.
Let's see it.
Oh,
I love how many tattoos you have that like your kids drew.
yeah. That's it from now on, pretty much. I think I've already made my appointment for next month. I'm just going every month now and getting one put
Jesus
on.
Christ.
When my dad was real bad, I was going over there to my mom's house every day and staying with him because we didn't know when. You know, it was a matter of time. And I was real broken up about it. I, cried constantly about it. And one morning, Zoe, when I was getting ready to leave, I realized Zoe had snuck into my room and she wrote a little note that said, I love you, Dad, and stuck it in my eyeglasses case because she knew I'd check there because she wanted to cheer me up. And so I got...
That's adorable. That's
the note right there.
fucking beautiful.
Yeah,
On your hand.
On my fucking hand, bro.
Dang, bro.
You know how tough that looks?
That's fucking crazy.
It was the least painful tattoo I've ever gotten in my
Really?
life. Yeah, it was like fucking nothing. It didn't bleed. It doesn't really. It's not oozing. It's not turning green like all my
I was
other
about to say,
ones.
it doesn't look puffy or anything. Well, that's because your ass, like, every time you used to get a tattoo, would be like, well, I'm going swimming for the next week, so I'm going to be in the sun swimming.
Is that a problem?
Is that a problem? Because I'm definitely not going to not do that, so...
So if you say it's a problem, it's like, fuck you.
It's like, fuck you.
I'm
It's the exact conversation me and Josh had.
I'm going in 2 weeks, and she's going to add a whole bunch of shit to this one.
Lighten it up and try to...
Nah, dude, she's going to put some fucking color in it and unfade it because it got sun faded somehow.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know how that would happen.
Yeah, look at that. We got less than a minute. All right, I guess.
Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be right
after
back.
a word from our sponsors, you fucks.
Fuck you, Zoom. All right, so listen to what I can't say either. I'm like a rock star or a huge piece of shit. One of the two is gonna be your takeaway from what I did this weekend. So
Oh,
yes. I'd like to spin it as like I'm just a fucking badass, but I don't really. All right, so here's the first diva thing I did. All right, so Saturday, I had shows all weekend. I had great shows all weekend. I did a cool little theater in a small town called Kelso, Washington on Friday. Went really well. It was booked by a guy that used to own the Comedy Underground here in Seattle. It was a historic club. It was open for 35 years.
And now it's just burgers.
And now it's the worst burger you can have in Seattle.
That's the saddest part. It's not even a good burger.
It's not even good, dude. Like, it's the worst open mic is better than that burger. But
nah, dude. There's the worst burger is better than any open mic.
I was trying to like do a thing, and it's just not true.
I won't let you besmirch the name of burgers like that.
I knew that like a joke goes there, and I was out there and just trying to land it, and I went too far. I just went way too far.
It's all right. Well, look, that's what we're here for. We're here to learn and to grow as people. And I feel like we've both just done that.
If that's not Buckets of Duckets, then I don't know what is. So
it says that in our description.
So he books me for this, right? So Comedy Underground didn't reopen. He's in his 70s. The Comedy Underground didn't reopen after the pandemic. He decided to take that as like, all right, I'm gonna semi-retire.
Scamdemic.
Yep, just all to shut down the Comedy Underground. That's what it was, just to shut down my home club. That really was my favorite club. It was like it was like a basement, low ceiling, like it's like like low ceilings, like it was
starting to wake up
Square.
now.
Yeah. So you know what?
I just became QAnon.
I can't believe. You'd think I'd have been there early. You'd think there wouldn't be like late converts. Like, you wouldn't think like all these years late, but I think they're starting to make sense, bro. Now that now that I see that they took.
Now that it affects me personally, I could see.
Me personally, it took my favorite club that was 15 minutes from my house from me that I could do spots all weekend and work out. Yeah.
A year before they raided Mar-a-Lago? Are you fucking kidding? You don't see that?
Are you? How much clearer can it be? I mean, my God. What a fool I've been. Jesus, fuck. I don't know, man. I'm gonna end the pod. I'm gonna go listen to some Candace Owens, and I just really need to like. While I'm feeling it, I need to go for it right now.
I get it. Once you've been awoke, it's hard to go back to sleep.
The glass is shattered right now, dude. So I'm doing shows for him. I'm doing the comedy booker. I'm not QAnon or whatever. So
just to be clear,
if you guys were wondering what the fuck we're talking about, I'm talking about comedy, people. So, no, it was a cool show. So I did that first show for him. Went really well. Saturday night, I got a second show for him at another theater in Vashon Island, right? Now, I look up Vashon. Some people say Vashon. I keep going back and forth. But I look up this fucking pretentious island, and it's like, yo, it's an hour away, right? And I was like, perfect, hour away, right? Shows at 7:30.
That sounds like a Louisiana Vashon. Vashon Island.
Vashon, yeah, I can't not say Vashon.
But it's probably Vashon Island.
No, it is like, I think it's Vashon. It's like Vashon. Is how, yeah. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't know why I'm so hung up on this. It doesn't.
It does matter, Chase.
The club was in a basement, bro. It was so cool. No, that doesn't matter. So, and that's just closed. It's an hour away. Show starts at 7:30. I'm like, I'm gonna leave at 6. I'm gonna get there at 7. This is gonna be perfect, right? I don't look up anything other than just how long it's gonna take me. Like 5:30 comes, I look it up. I'm like, all right, I see exactly where I'm going. And turns out I got to get on a goddamn boat just to get to this. I got to take a ferry to get to them. Now, I hate ferries. I hate them so much because of this situation right here. Because I'm never prepared for it. Go ahead. You got something? You got?
Oof. You can't be saying stuff like that.
No, no, I think you can't be saying.
No, I realized that's why I didn't jump when you said, "Do you have something?" I didn't.
Yeah.
You left me
Yeah,
out, so I had to say it. But you're right. I think I shouldn't have said that.
All right, so I hate the boats that are called ferries, and that's what I mean, and that's all that we mean.
And I hate them too. And that's the only thing I hate.
All right, so normally the ferries, they go like every 15 to 30 minutes, right? There are a couple of them going. And so I'm like, I don't look up the schedule or anything like that. I'm just like, fuck, I got to go, right? So I get going. I get to the place at 6:20 and they're like, all right, cool. Go pull up lane 1, which means I'm like first in line for the next boat, which means probably just missed a boat if I'm first in line for the next boat. So I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, okay. So I pull up. It's 6:20. I go to look. I'm like, all right, what is the schedule? I'm finally 6:20 is when I'm finally looking at what is the schedule for this.
Good.
I have a show at 7:30, Josh. I look it up. Bro, what a fucking piece of shit. I look it up. Dude, since like 6 in the morning, it's been going like 6:15, 6:45, 7:20, 7:50, 8. It's been going like at paces like that. It literally ran like 3 times in the hour before that. After that 6:15 one departed, the next one didn't come until 7:35. And I'm just there. Bro, you're just there. You can't go anywhere. I'm just sitting.
For an hour and 15 minutes.
Sitting there for an hour and 15 minutes just go, I'm late. I know I'm late. And that's not even before I get on the boat that's going to take me to the ferry that I have to get off of and drive to the show. So fuck, right? So
you're not going to be first, right? There's going to be there's openers and features and
yeah. So I am the feature. So it's a 3-man show. I'm the feature of this show. Yeah. So even bigger piece of shit, right?
Ugh.
I'm the fucking worst. And so I hit him up. I hit up John Fox, and I'm like, man, I'm like, so. I just got here. It looks like the next ferry doesn't leave till like somewhere after 7. I might be a little late. That's how I played it at first, because it was an hour and a half before the show at that point, and I kind of wanted points for like, I mean, look at how much I'm trying. Like I'm clearly trying. Clearly not trying to be late. Like I'm
texting you an hour and a half before
the show. I left my house at like 5:45 or something like that for a 7:30 show. I mean, that's effort, right? I'm not.
You should pay me whether I make it there or not.
That's what I'm trying to get at, John. Really, is that like? Well, I mean, what are you paying for? Really, it's the travel, right? It's the travel. I love comedy. I'll perform for free. You're paying for all this part. So, John, I'm already doing the shitty part. I'm doing the shitty part of it. So I think that contract's binding. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gotta go.
I'll sue the fuck out of you.
So. That would have been fucking perfect. Sue the fuck out of you for this $200. You bet.
Like in the middle of you trying to justify how late you're gonna be. I just want to make sure that I'm still gonna get paid though, right? Because if I'm not, right? I swear to God, I'm gonna sue your fucking ass back into the Stone Age. Your kids won't have enough money to buy diapers. You fuck.
You hear me, old man? So.
You're gonna have to get buried at sea, you piece of shit.
You should have stayed at that old comedy club.
This is what you get for shutting down my favorite club. If we're getting right down to it, I want you to know I did this on purpose.
Okay. So then it gets closer, and I'm like, John, it's gonna come at 7:30. I'm not gonna be able to get there till like 8:00. It comes at 7:35. I still couldn't tell the truth, I still had to say it comes.
That 5
at 7:30.
minutes makes a big difference. It does.
It did to me.
I would do the exact same thing, so I'm with you. I would do the same thing.
Why am I lying about that? I've already ruined the fucking night. It's so. And so I'm like, hey man, if y'all gotta do it as a 2-man show, I totally understand that. Like, because I'm not gonna get there till like maybe 8 at the best. I'm not gonna get there at 8. I'm gonna get there at 8:15 for real, John. But I'm like, I'm not at 8 at like the best. I still can't stop lying about what time I might get there. And he's like, no, we're doing it at 3. We're gonna get push the show back till 8 o'clock. Whatever. So now.
Aw.
That's where I'm like, now, am I the rock star? I fucking made them push back a show 30 minutes so that I could get there on time. I get there, the show starts. I fucking destroy Josh. I made him wait. I made him wait 40 minutes and fucking stole the show.
Of course.
Just fucking demolished. Like the other comics on the show, and they were all like, I mean, at least you did that after you got it. Like, if you would have came here and ate shit after we had to push back the show, at least, like, and that was part of it too in my head. I was like, dude, you gotta be worth it right now. Like, you gotta be worth it for all that. It was 200. It's 200 something people. It's not. I wouldn't perform for 30 people. It's 200 something people I had to wait. This is yeah. So
as your friend, you're a goddamn rock star,
right? Yeah.
If I was the other comic on that show, I'd hate you.
Everybody seemed to take it pretty well. We all took the ferry back together. Oh, I thought it would have been real funny if when I got off stage, there was like the time that it worked out was like, if we left before the end of the show, you could catch that ferry, but if not, the next one went until 11 o'clock. And I thought it would have been fucking hilarious if I walked up to him and be like, all right, guys, appreciate it. I need to go catch this ferry. So
I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. But all right, yeah.
If I don't get on this one, I'm gonna be fucked.
I'm gonna be fucked. So, but no, it was a good night. So here, all right, I can't believe, like, this is how crazy the fucking weekend was. That's just part of it, right? So I crushed so goddamn hard, Josh. Somebody comes up to me after the show, and you know how I do all these like Louisiana, Washington jokes or whatever, and so a lot of people out here think that I like just moved here, and so dude comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, bro, welcome to Washington," and gave me 3 hits of LSD. Yeah. All right. So now we're entering part 2 of the story.
we were supposed to record. This was Saturday night?
Yeah.
We were supposed to record Sunday.
Or Sunday.
And I saw in the message group, you were like, "Oh, I just got free acid." And I was like, oh, well, then he's going to put his phone away. And people were still messaging you. And I felt so bad for our friends in the group message. I was like, just so you know, if Chase is tripping balls, buddy, he turns his phone off because he hates everybody and he didn't want to tell them. He wants to enjoy it. He's not looking at his phone. This is not happening. He's out there living life in the 3rd dimension or wherever the fuck he is right now.
So, gives it to me. I'm excited. I'm sitting in the back watching.
So, hold it. Is it just paper? Is it in plastic? What does it look like?
He gives it to me.
Store-bought, right?
Yeah, no, he gives it to me. So it's the tabs, and he gives it to me in like a loose leaf paper that he tore out of a notebook and gives me that. That's how you want it,
and
right?
But you just took it too. You just took it,
Josh. A man, a stranger, some good Samaritan out there gave me
an angel.
An angel came down to Vashon Island and said, "Hey, it's okay that you made us all wait 40 minutes for the feature act of the show."
that part makes it so much funny. And you weren't even the headliner. That makes it so much better.
Yeah. The opener. We need to put it back. The opener is getting a little too big for his britches. Gave me free acid, Josh. It would be insulting for me not to take this gift from God.
You're right. That's one drug I've always wanted to try. I've never done it. Now that I've tried, I finally got brave enough to do mushrooms, and I think we all know, if you've listened to the show, you know how that turned out.
Yeah.
So I'm much more, like I've always been convinced, like that painting behind you, I've always been convinced that if you take acid, that's what everything looks like. Just monsters and Scooby-Doo in your room, and if you sneeze too hard, it's a bad trip, and you're going to chop your head off, your own arm off with a machete, or eat your neighbor's face or something. Did you do any of that?
Yeah, so I've been on the run since Sunday actually.
Yeah.
I did some bad stuff, Josh. Real bad. It was real bad. No, so I'm sitting in the back. I'm sitting in the back of the theater, and I'm just going. I can't wait for this fucking show to be over. Jesus Christ! Could everybody? Can we just? Can we just stop the show right now?
So were you gonna wait? Were you gonna wait till you got home, or is this something?
Yeah, that was the plan because I got to get on a ferry, which the ferry's not leaving for like an hour after the show. Then I got to drive back home. I don't want to do all that. So I'm like, I'm gonna take it when I get home. So here's part of the planning, right? So I'm gonna get home at 1 a.m. I'm a diehard New Orleans Saints fan. This plays in huge to my whole plans. They're playing in London because the NFL's trying to spread globally. And so they're like, how do we get the people in London to love football? And you send in the goddamn New Orleans Saints. That's what you do. You fucking
6:30 in the morning.
And so because of that, because my Saints are out there spreading the message of American football, I got to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to watch them, right? And I'm like, well, the chances of me waking up at 6:30 in the morning are not great.
Nah.
But the ability of me to stay up from 1 until 6:30, I could do that. And I could definitely do it. If I take a hit of acid, if I take one of these hits of acid, I know I could stay up. I'll trip through the game.
Just one?
So I'll trip through the game. And then I'll take a nap. I'll take a nap because I have a show in Bellingham, Washington on Sunday night at 8 p.m. And that'll give me plenty of time, sober up, be okay for my show on Sunday, my redemption show. After being such an asshole on Saturday, making everything better, I'll take this acid and I'll redeem myself tomorrow. So I take a hit of acid. I stay up. I start watching the Beatles documentary on Disney Plus.
I still haven't watched that.
Bro, it is so. I mean, I'm sure it's amazing not on acid, but it's 9 hours of the Beatles working on an album that ended up being Let It Be, and working towards their rooftop performance that ended up being their last live performance together. And it's just, they videoed 60 hours of it way back when, and they've used little clips of it for different specials over time, and now there's like it's 9 hours, and you just watch Paul McCartney and John Lennon, and you just watch them like start just humming, and then next thing you know, it's like one of the greatest songs of all time. Like, it's like I was, and so like, and I'm so invested in it, and it's so just like, it's literally just, it's like watching, it's just like if you just put a camera in like a writer's room or whatever, and just watch like somebody write a script or whatever. It's that you just watch them build songs, and there's not a lot of cutting to. There's like there's not any narration to it. Every now and then something will come up and be like, this take of this song ended up being used on this album or whatever, and stuff like that. And dude, just fucking blew me away, right? And so I'm like all into that. I'm like, I feel like I made the Let It Be album is really is what I'm trying to say. Like they're throwing out suggestions and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good, yeah, that'll work. Oh yeah. If you play it in G, I don't even know what that means. I'm like, if you play G, yeah, if you go G right, G right there, yeah, Paul. All right, Paul, yeah, that's it, yeah. And I'm so fucking into it, right? And then my alarm goes off. It's 6:30. Oh fuck! All right, Saints game's coming on. All right, Beatles, I'll be back later, right? And
I'll be back.
I'll be back. All right, don't finish the album without me, right? And dude, I'm telling you, they'll literally be like, and then a little bit later, they're like, all I want is you, and you're like, Jesus Christ, like it is so fucking cool to see. Yeah, that song, like the
I
name
had
of
that
the,
on my list of stuff to watch.
Yeah,
the name of about it.
Yeah, the name of the doc is Get Back, and it's because that's the one that you like really like. Paul McCartney's just playing on a guitar and get back, and like you see him go like there's a version of it where he's like just reading out the newspaper, just trying to like find the melody and stuff like that, and dude, just insane. Like it was really fucking inspiring, and so. I'm all fucking Beatles inspired. The Saints game's coming on. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm a little sleepy, getting a little sleepy. And I'm starting to come down. I'm starting to come down a little bit from the acid, right? And I'm like, well, that wasn't so bad. That one hit.
So what was it how was it compared to the mushrooms?
I like mushrooms better. And so I'll get into all of that. So,
Okay, all right.
so I'm like, all right, I know myself. I know I can't just have acid in the house and I'm gonna I'll take it on Wednesday. I'll take it next Saturday or whatever, whenever I have time off. No, I'm gonna want to take it at some point during the week. The most responsible thing for me to do is to take both of them right now. Just take both of them right now and get it out of my life. Just get it over with. Let's go right now. Plus, it's 6:30 in the morning. I don't have to be anywhere until. Ain't nothing ever bad happen at 6:30 in the morning. There's nothing to worry about. Nothing that you could do at 6:30 in the morning could affect anything that would happen to you at 8 o'clock that night. There's no way.
Not a chance.
There's not a fucking... Shut your fucking mouth. There's no possible way that you could take 3 hits of acid from
if you say there is, you're a goddamn liar.
You're a goddamn liar, and you have no fucking integrity, okay? And I won't have you around. I won't have you in my life. Because if you take 3 hits of acid between 1 a.m. and 6:30 a.m., there's no way you won't be fine by noon, right? You gotta be good by day. You take a little nap, fucking drink a Gatorade, and you're right back in the game, baby. You're just back on fresh air. That's gotta be it.
Right back in the game, baby.
That's all it is, baby. And so I don't remember fucking shit about the first half of the game. I like nothing. And then I'm watching the second half, and it's just tracers and like but I'm starting to understand. I'm getting into it. I'm getting all fucking emotional. We lose the game on a field goal that hit the goalpost, ricocheted down, hit the upright, ricocheted down, hit the crossbar, and then bounced out. So hit twice and then didn't go in. And that's how we lost the game. I was like on my knees and damn near tears. Just freaking out. So to me, the acid high is more of like, it's like a brain high. Like my brain was like just kind of fried. When I take mushrooms at certain points, I like feel loose, like relaxed and stuff. Like, and this was more like my head just the whole time. And so it wasn't like as relaxed. I've taken acid before. That's the most acid I've ever taken. I had better times the other times, right? And so that's over. The football game's over, and so I go back to the Beatles. Fucking watch the Beatles and just watching Beatles, right? And so we finished the album. It's good. The performance goes off with no hits. Legendary performance.
Good for you, man.
Dude, there's so they're on the roof, right? And they're videoing that. That's gonna be like so it's funny because they have different ideas for like why they're shooting the footage, and it's funny to think that they don't realize that this footage is actually going to be used in 2022 on a thing called Disney Plus on a 9-hour documentary. That's actually what this is used for. But they think that they're going to use it for a TV special, and they're going to use little clips. They did use little clips of it through other stuff, but not to like this degree that they showed it. But the big payoff was where they're like, well, there has to be some reason why we're making this album. So that's why they ended up going up on the roof and performing live. Because they were like, well, how do we fucking end the movie, basically? Because otherwise it's just us in a room this whole time.
We're going to look like a bunch of assholes.
We're going to look like a bunch of fucking assholes, right? And so they go, it's funny. So this is the second part of Zoom, and it stopped us after 20 minutes on the last one, but we're 25 minutes in on this one. I don't know what's going on.
Zoom's trying to, this is what you call gaslighting. Zoom is gaslighting us right now.
No, I remember what happened. We recorded it. Yeah. You recorded it.
We got it on video, you bitch.
So they're on the roof performing, right? And there's all these businesses around. It causes pandemonium. Everybody's around the bell. You laughing about Zoom being a little bitch.
You dumb motherfucker.
I got him, bro. I got him.
You fucking roasted his ass, and Zoom ain't gonna do shit about it.
Ain't gonna do fucking shit about it, Zoom. What you gonna do? Put up another fucking timer? He'll just call me back, you dumb bitch.
You fucking cuck.
Oh, you ignorant slut. So they're playing. they're playing on top of the roof, and they're causing a disturbance, right? But not really. Everybody's fucking loving it. But so everybody's gathered around. They're like, "Are the Beatles performing on that rooftop?"
Are the fucking Beatles on the roof up there?
Is that the goddamn Beatles up there?
Is that the monkeys up there on the fucking roof? Oh, it's the Who?
And it's funny. There's like their video, so they have cameras on the ground so that they can get everything like down there and stuff. They have cameras in the actual building, and the cops come out because this is disturbing the peace technically.
Yeah.
Like you can hear it for like blocks and blocks, but dude, it was so fucking. I got so invested watching this cop go through all the emotions of like, how do I make the Beatles stop playing a free live concert on top of like, and he's like, is it gonna be over soon? And they're like, yeah. He's like, what is this? We've gotten 30 calls in 20 minutes of a noise complaint. It has to stop. And they just kind of like, people just keep catching them every step of the way up and giving them excuses or whatever. And they but dude, it was like, but at the very end, like literally as they're playing their last song, he makes his way to the rooftop. And they just keep fucking playing. They're like looking at him and singing. It's like fucking singing. What were they singing that time? They're don't let me down. They're just like, don't let me down. Just staring him in the face. Yeah, don't let me. Yeah, they're like getting extra into it and stuff.
Good.
And George Harrison's like turning up his amp
with his middle finger.
Yeah. And they finish it. They just walk right by the cop. And they just walk right by him, and they're done, and then that was it. But it was like so funny watching this dude like stress out of like, I'm a cop, I'm supposed to stop this. Nobody actually wants me to stop this. I'm just one person. His like partner wasn't doing shit. It was just kind of
he's just like fucking the Beatles.
Yeah. So all right. So take a little nap. Not much of a nap. It's hard to.
The Beatles, you were talking about that. There is in 2000, Rage Against the Machine did the same thing on Wall Street. They just set up in Wall Street in the middle of the street and started playing their music. And the cops had no problem. They used it for their music video for Testify. The cops run up and just start tackling the shit out. Like they had no problem trying to shut, no problem running up and just fucking shutting them down. But they're like right on Wall Street running, like they're running from the cops while they're still screaming in the mics. It's fucking great.
Amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch that doc. I forgot about it after it came out.
Bro. Yeah. It's so good. I actually have it. I'm not lying. I have it on right now. It's paused because I was watching it before because I want to watch it now, not on acid.
Right.
And so, yeah. Yeah. So pretty good, right? Pretty good up to that point. I'm having a good time. Freaking out a little bit. It is a lot. There's a lot going on in my head.
I don't like that.
Yeah, but not like panic freak out. I'm just like, I know it's not as like how it's not the mushroom high that I like, and I know I probably took too many, and I know I'm up against the time clock a little bit now, because it's getting around 2 o'clock.
Which is all good things to have on your brain when you're tripping.
All good things.
This is all really good.
That's what they tell you to do. They tell you to make sure that you have a deadline and a place to be and a 2-hour drive.
And that you're kind of stressed about it a little bit.
You want to make sure that you have that going on for the best experience possible. And so take a little nap. Can't really, not much of one. Take a little nap. Show starts at 8 in Bellingham, Washington. It's like an hour and 40-minute drive. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to give myself some time. So I leave at like 5:30, 5:45, something like that. I started off driving like 40 miles an hour. Like I'm driving, like I caught myself. I was like, all right, dude. Okay. So that's a thing that you do. Okay. You clearly.
So you're still tripping pretty hard?
Not hard. I'm definitely on the way down. I think I'm definitely like kind of more together and like, like it's not, I'm such an asshole. I'm about to be like, it's not like dangerous. Like I know what I'm doing. What a fucking piece of shit. And so, all right, we got the 10-minute one. Yeah, so that one did 40 minutes. So I don't know. You guys just got an extra 20. You got a full hour this week. So
maybe we might be done before. I don't know.
You know what? Turn this shit off.
To be continued.
Let's get the fuck out of here, Josh.
You fucking ass.
Yeah. So driving, I get my speed right. Everything's kind of cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, dude. I'm fine. As a matter of fact, I'm actually starting to feel good. Like, it's gonna be great, man. You've been a comedian for 11 years, bro. You know what you do. You've done thousands of shows.
You got this.
I mean, dude, you're just gonna go up there. It's gonna be fun. Matter of fact, probably gonna be loose. Probably gonna be real loose.
Yeah.
I'm-
Drugs are gonna make me a worse comedian?
There's no way. Show me one. Show me one that happened to.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
Rest my case.
Yeah.
Lawyer.
Silence speaks volumes. So I'm driving there, I get there. I'm inspired by the Beatles, and so I'm talking out jokes in my car.
And the album
whole way
y'all
there.
just wrote.
And the history we just made. And so I'm talking out jokes in my head because this is the show that me and Travis run monthly. So I'm hosting this show. These people see me every month. And so I need to have new material, and there's no better time to write a bunch of new material than when you're coming down from, 3 hits of acid and an hour of sleep in the last, I don't
This
know,
is good.
20, 24, 25 hours.
This is a good idea. I like where this is headed.
Yeah. I get to the show, get there safely. I'm still feeling good. I'm like, man, I'm fine. Everything's
Get there
fine.
safely.
Just
I
put that out
safe.
there.
I'm safe.
Safely. Safe.
I hit some people, but I'm fine.
But you boys here to talk about it.
They weren't people. They were demon faces in the street. So it's not like
You're
it.
welcome. Okay. How many people would have just drove past that? Not me. I run towards the fire. This is what I do.
How about we start with "You're welcome"?
You know? It'd just be nice. It'd just be nice to be appreciated for saving your goddamn lives. So
you get there safely.
I get there safely. And no demons, might add. There's no demons. I got my notebook. I got a brand new notebook. I'm gonna write down my acidy thoughts in this notebook. And I get there at like 7:00. So I'm an hour early for the show. I go, hey, what's up, everybody? Good to see you. I go sit in the back. I don't tell anybody what's going on. I start writing. I'm just dying. I never full out belly laugh at a joke that I've written ever. And I'm just like fucking cracking up at trying to explain little nuanced things that happen in the Beatles documentary that I think is hilarious. And I got this whole remember that sports betting thing that I said last week on the podcast? I'm like, that's a bit. I could do that. So I'm writing that down. And like, man, it's so easy. It's just flowing, just fucking. Goddamn,
It's so easy.
Funny. I was fucking flowing, just laughing my ass off. Brent Flyberg gets there. He's there like 7:15. What's up, Brent? Everything's cool. Don't look at my eyes. It's fine. And what? Does my jaw seem really like tense right now? I don't know why I would do that. And headliner gets there. Jeremiah Coughlin. He gets there. He's from Portland. And so, I'm real friendly. I'm just like nice and, the whole thing. It gets close to the show. It's like 20 minutes for the show. And my vibe changed. Suddenly I start kind of freaking out a little bit. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if I can, this is going to be tough. I was like, I'm still kind of feeling it a little bit. And so finally I come clean. I go, Brent, Jeremiah, I have to tell you something. I have to be honest. I know, like, you're going to need to sit down. I know you expect a lot from me. But Chase Myers, yes, me, Chase Myers. I did drugs today. I did. I know that doesn't sound like something I would do, but I did drugs, and I have reason to believe that those drugs.
I swear to God I did.
Look, I'm just as shocked as you are. And
please sit back down. Stop crying until I
stop.
finish.
Look, and you wouldn't believe that these drugs are still affecting me to this very moment, actually, and they're actually seem to be coming back kind of stronger right now as my emotions are getting stronger, and I just don't know what this. I don't know what this is going to be, guys. I really don't know what this is going to be, and.
Is Travis there to take over hosting?
Travis is not there. Travis is on a cruise, and he's trusting me with the show that we've ran for 3 years together because he knows there's no way that I would do something stupid to possibly fuck up a relationship that we've built for all this time. And He's right to trust me. Obviously, you can go perform on a cruise and leave your show to your partner.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it. I mean, I'm not gonna do a bunch of drugs and then go perform and be the first thing that these people see at a show. Maybe the first time they've ever been to a comedy show. Maybe it's the first time they've ever seen comedy. And this is what their introduction to it is going to be. So the thing about this audience in Bellingham, and I have to tell the comics this every week, is that, hey, man, they're a really good audience. They're just like a very listening audience. They don't like give it up real big, right? So that's how they normally are, right? And so I go up and I'm like, how am I going to play this? That's my other thing. It's like, am I going to, I actually said this on stage. This was actually a great bit where I was like, a lot?
Is it a big crowd?
60 people. 50, 60 people.
Oh.
And
too many for 3 hits of acid.
Yeah. And so even though it's hours later and I'm definitely like, I'm not like tripping, but man, I'm still like, can feel some stuff. And I'm like definitely vulnerable and coming in. And so I'm like, all right, what am I going to do? Am I going to go up there and do a tried and true joke, body go into autopilot and just do it that way and just survive? Or am I going to paint my masterpiece? Right. And so, I said that on stage, Josh. I fucking destroyed. And so I thought it destroyed. I don't actually. And so
you don't need to fact check it.
I go up on stage, Josh, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know. This is how I started off. I'm like, thank you guys so much for coming out, whatever. I didn't know if I was going to say it this way. I thought I might try to play it off, but I realized now that I look at you guys, there's no fucking way I can do that. And I'm not talking as clearly as I'm talking right now. I'm talking very slow. I'm like deliberately like having to think of the things I'm saying. And I'm like, I explained the whole story. I had a great show last night on an island, the whole thing. Somebody gave me acid and I definitely took that acid and I'm definitely feeling that acid right now. And I thought that was about to get a huge laugh. Instead, it got 60 people just staring at me. And that
That's
started
the worst.
Yeah. So because in my head, I'm like, well, they're going to be like, this is Jay's so crazy, this is goofy. I wasn't expecting there to be like concerned faces in the audience. And then so now that's in my head. And now I'm rambling and I'm telling jokes about the Beatles doc. And I'm
These
doing
fucking dorks never heard of drugs? I don't know. What's the fucking problem
and so
here?
I start getting laughs. There is laughs in it, but dude, I'm all over the place. And I'm just like But like also in my head, I'm like, I see that my time's almost up, or like that I've done like 10 minutes or whatever, and I'm like, all right, I survived it, I should get off stage. But then I was like, well, I'm never gonna do this again. Like, I better just experience the fuck out of it. So I do another 10 minutes. I do 10 more minutes just trying to see.
You did 20 minutes up top hosting.
Up top on acid. fucking got it. It went fine. It was fine. It's fine. Everybody's fine. Okay? It's fine. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
You've said it so many times that I have no reason to question.
So why would you think that it's not fine? I don't know why. Josh, it's fine. Josh, it's fine. So Brent goes up. He has some trouble. He has some trouble at the beginning. I don't know why he had trouble at the beginning. I don't really understand why he would have trouble.
It's weird.
He eventually gets him back. I lay on the couch the whole fucking set. I forget that I have to go back up on stage. So I'm like, fuck, I go back up on stage. Everybody starts dying laughing at the sight of me. I bring up Jeremiah Coughlin. I bring him up as Jeremiah Coughlin. And so that was great. He's laughing at me. Show goes off. Everything's fine. We have less than a minute. That's why I'm speeding up. Yeah. I drive home. Everything's perfect. I finally fucking sleep. Yeah, that's what I did. Am I a rock star? Am I an asshole? Maybe a little bit of both. Bucketsofduckets.com.
Hero.
Like and subscribe. See you next week. Bye.
He's a fucking rock star. I love you, dude.
Love you too, bro.